Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to this week's episode of Friday Fire. I am your host, Samuel Smith, the small business surgeon. And guys, I'm very, very happy that you are here. I love being on this microphone. I love talking to you guys, and I'm grateful for the time that we get to spend together. I'm grateful that you guys tune in on Fridays and on Mondays too. For those of you just finding the show, we do have interviews on Mondays from around the world of business with folks from the small business world that have made it through, made it out, or are still in the middle of it, going through it. They share their stories with me, and I get the pleasure of interviewing them. So if you haven't checked out the Monday shows, check back. There's 100 plus interviews going back for the last 2.5-3 years, so be sure and check out the back catalog, because there's a wealth of knowledge in there. Anyway, today's lesson, I like to wax lyrical on Fridays. I like to teach things that I have learned during the week, and today's lesson is a revisit to a book I read several years ago called The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck. And I really want to talk about this book this week because it's come full circle in my life, and it's come to a point where I'm now able to live this particular life and this lifestyle and the way I do live, and I'm very blessed for it, and I get to impact other people and to teach them, kind of how this works and show them the ropes. And so one of the things I have to deal with a lot in business is fixing the entrepreneur. Okay, so I can be a small business surgeon all I want, but if the entrepreneur's not right, then the business will never be right. And most entrepreneurs, myself included, most entrepreneurs suffer from imposter syndrome. They feel as though they don't kind of belong where they're at. They're like, how did I get here? How come I'm doing this well? Do I belong in this room? So they suffer from imposter syndrome, and then they also suffer from a conflict avoidance syndrome, if you like. They suffer from, I don't want to make the phone call. I don't want to send the text message. I don't want to open the letter, because they're scared of what's in it and scared of what the other guy is going to say to them. So today I want to speak a little bit on actually understanding and having the ability to not give a fuck about what anybody else thinks. Because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter at all what anyone else thinks about what anything you do. None of it matters. So provided, you're doing legal and good shit, like, you're fine. And I know that sounds a little bit like of a coverall, of a big blanket over everything. But it breaks down in really like any situation you can imagine. Being able to tap into the art of not giving a fuck is really something that you all should develop, because it will help you to work on your goals, and it will help you to prioritize what is important and what's not important. And as kids, we're taught that everything's important, and we're taught that people's opinions matter, and some of us never outgrow that, with maybe a high school thing going on, all through adulthood. There's always cliques, there's always people gossiping, there's always people drinking, there's always people fucking, all these things they shouldn't be doing, but they've always got an opinion. And they always want to share that opinion with you. And it's very much a crabs in a bucket mentality. And we have covered this several times on Friday Fires. But when you see folks starting to get ahead, you see other folks starting to pull them back into the bucket. The same with a crab trying to escape a bucket, the other crabs pull them back. Well, your drinking buddies pull you back. Your high school friends pull you back. Your friends were, as you get older, you associate with people not because you were put in a room with them and shut in there for 4 years or however long it was. You pick your friends over time. You pick your friend groups by the friends that add value to your life, and you can add value to their lives. You don't hang out with people you're mandated to fucking hang out with. It's not like school like that where you're forced into these little groups, and so a lot of us, we cling to those opinions of the people around us, when in reality, if we're trying to outperform them, you see, everybody wants to see you succeed, but they don't want to see you be more successful than they are. So as you start clawing your way out of that pit, they're going to be, hey, Sam, what's up? Why come you never come to the pub no more? Come drink with us. Hey, we're going to go do this. Come party with us. Come hang out with us. No, I can't, guys. Because why? Well, because you drank too much and got a DUI. You drank too much and fucked somebody else's wife. You drank too much and threw up all over your shoes. Like, you're not the kind of guys I aspire to be. You're not the kind of guys I aspire to hang out with. right? I want to hang out with guys that are where I want to be at. I want to hang out with guys that have done the things that I want to do, that can show me, that can teach me, that I can get some value from, and that I can give value to. It's got to be like an equal trade. You can't just be hanging out with people stealing all their shit. Now, come on. But, you know, I think that it's very important to consider the people you hang around with and consider what would happen if shit hit the fan. And you would be shocked, but 98% of those people would say, well, it's not my shit, it's not my fan, good luck, mate. Or wouldn't answer the phone or wouldn't respond to a text. Because most people are so tied up in their own lives and in their own affairs and in everything that they've got going on with their jobs. They got to pay the bills, they got to put new tires on the car, whatever it is. They don't really care about you. They don't really care about me. They don't care that I make a video every day for 90 days and talk about what I do during the day. They don't care about consistency. They don't care about discipline. They don't care about making money. They care about surviving. They care about paying their bills. They care about dealing with their shit. Like, they care about blowing off steam at the weekend and finally relaxing and doing it all over again the next week. And if you surround yourself with that, that's all you'll ever get. And it's very important not to care what other people think. Going into negotiations, going into arguments, any of that kind of stuff. Well, what if I upset the guy? Well, what if you don't? You know? Like, what does it matter what somebody else thinks? Let's take a look and see how much effect it has on your life, what a stranger on the internet thinks, or what an old high school friend comments on one of your posts, or a drinking buddy at the bar says an opinion on something that you've been working on. Take stock for a second and really think, how does his opinion affect my life, my decision, my business? Well, it doesn't. If they're not bringing you love or joy or pleasure or affection or accountability or anything of value, get rid of them. Don't listen to their opinions. Like, they don't matter. None of this matters, right? What matters is you pursue your goals and you look after the people around you, and you do your best to improve the environment around you, and you focus on the immediate things that you can control. Politics, don't give a fuck. I can't control it. You can't control it. You waste hours and hours and hours worrying if Trump is sticking his dick in women that he shouldn't be. Well, he probably is. And Biden's like fucking demented, retarded, fucking crazy. Yeah, it probably is. But don't spend hours worrying about it. Because the best way that you can affect politics is to become successful and have an effect on your local elections. You can't do anything worrying about going to war or the education system or the border or any of that stuff. The best thing you can do about the border is to learn to become successful and make some money and get into politics and do something about it. Right? We can't fix this shit, and yet we worry so much about it, it distracts us from doing the work that we need to do. We worry about the opinions of others. We worry about what we watch in the news. We worry about what we read on the internet. We worry about comments on fucking social media. Stop it. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what your ex-husband thinks. He's your ex-husband. It doesn't matter that your ex-girlfriend's going around town saying all kinds of things about you. She's your ex-girlfriend for a reason. Let it go. What matters is what you do today to set you up for a more successful tomorrow. And that's what matters every day. What matters is you have the most positive impact possible on all the people that you come into contact with. What matters is you leave each situation better than you found it. Pick up your trash. Say please and thank you. Smile. Say good morning. Those are the things that change the fucking world. Right? Don't get bent out of shape worrying about what other people think. Don't get bent out of shape worrying about the news. Turn it off. Go to your priorities list. Go to your partner's priorities list if you've got one. Put them together, sit down, decide what you're working on, decide what's a priority, and focus on that. And life gets so much better. Like, you know, I'm sorry our tax dollars are going to Ukraine, but I don't care. I can't fix it. So why waste the time worrying about it? What I need to do is listen, vote for the right guy, and move the fuck on. Right? No more bullshit television. No more reading shit on Facebook. No more caring about what other people think. I want you guys to do me a favor and not only follow what I'm doing, but actually do it for yourself. Set your goals down, set your priorities down. Focus for the next 90 days. Turn off the TV, turn off the news. I tell you what, right? You turn the fucking news back on in 3 months, there's going to be some bullshit going on in Ukraine. There's going to be some bullshit going on in Israel. There's going to be some bullshit going on at the border. There's going to be some bullshit going on with the elections. And there's going to be absolutely nothing you can do about it. Nothing. And I see so many people get their panties all twisted up and all kind of crosswayed and fucked up. They lose friends, they lose relationships because Trump is right. Oh, no, Biden is right. Like, who gives a fuck? They are two wings of the same evil fucking bird, my friends. And the only way to combat it is to be the best version of yourself possible. And it's to just try to get that little bit better every single day. All right. I'm going to get off of my soapbox. That's going to do it for me for today. You'll be good, stay safe, and stop giving quite as much of a fuck. All right? I'll see you on Monday. Take care. All right, guys, that's going to do it for the show for today. Thank you for listening. If you've enjoyed the conversation that we've had and you want to learn a little bit more about the systems and processes involved in running businesses online, join our Facebook group over at FollowSam.Live. All right, that's it from me for today. You'll be good, stay safe, and I'll see you next week.